Hey beauties, it's Riri. Today's video is going to be all about the Davini Beauty Mingo palette. I am going to do some swatches for you guys as well as 3 looks. I will do 1 look fully on camera with you guys, the base, the everything, and then I'll pop up the other 2 looks that I did using the palette. Let's dive right in. Alright, hopefully the swatches are helpful to you. I am also going to give a humongous shout out and a thank you to my beautiful friend Janet who sent this my way. I have not tried anything from Davini yet, but I do follow them, and you guys, I was kind of eyeing this palette because of course I love pinks and greens together, pinks and teals together. I absolutely love greens. They're my all-time favorite. I did swatch this, so my second tier channel members already got a kind of a first look at this, but I swatched it for them. And I decided to come and do 3 different looks with the palette. I love the layout of this, the color story, the naming, the theme, the names, the theming. I like that it goes very light and very dark. I love that I have like one of those kind of iridescent shades that I'm always talking about that I can use for the brow bone. The inner corner uses highlight. There are some beautiful, impactful, special shades in here, as you'll also see at the end of the video with the other 2 looks. So for this video, I think I'm going to go into Flamenco, and then kind of blend that out, I think with like Fluff and Pretty Bird. And then I think I'm going to go BB in the inner corner, Beso Pluma, kind of all over. I want to use Pretty and Pink as my highlight and Featherweather as blush. And if you guys are not new, then you know that's not uncommon for me to do. I try to use a palette for more than just kind of its intended purpose, if you will. Like if there's neutrals and stuff in there, I'll try to use it for like brow product. I'll try to use it for like contour or bronzer. A blush or a highlighter shade, I'm also going to do that. I am already prepped with my Alter Ego eyeshadow base as per usual. I do have an affiliated code with them. I receive PR from them from time to time, but I bought this myself. And the code for them is Riri10. Davini does not know I exist. I have no codes or anything like that, but I loved it so much and was obviously very grateful to receive it, so I definitely wanted to showcase it for you guys. I am gonna go in, let me see. I always keep a ton of brushes right here, you guys, when I start a look, because I don't generally know for sure what I'm gonna do, but I think this time I kind of have an idea what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go in. I do not have base or anything like that because I want to be able to kind of go wild, be sloppy, be messy if I need to be, because I can clean it up and then go in and kind of do the base and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go in with Flamenco first. These are quite pigmented. And I'm gonna start by stamping this just at the outer corner of my lid, coming kind of more out than up, if that makes any sense, just because I do have hooded lids. And again, I am not aiming for anything that looks remotely beautiful right now. We'll just leave it like this, y'all. What a look. Also, there is a new feature on YouTube videos. If you want to support your favorite creators even more, it is called the hype button. So if you do tap that, thank you so much. So again, coming a little bit more kind of out versus super high up. I am then also going to stamp where my lids are hooded. I want to come slightly above that, kind of in this rounded area here, but I'm not coming super far over. And yes, I could go in with a very precise brush, but like I said, I'm going to clean all of this up kind of after the fact. So for right now, I'm not worried about it. And because I'm aiming for the most pigment that I can possibly get out of this shade, I am stamping it in place. You guys will also see, let me turn this over so I don't mess up my look already. You guys can see with, I have very kind of heavily sagged hooded lids. So sometimes it's a little bit harder to kind of work in this area. So that's another reason I kind of do more of a stamping motion. I'm coming in about halfway-ish. So it should kind of look like a greater than, less than sign on your pretty little eyeballs, y'all. All right. I'm feeling okay as far as like the basic shape. Like I said, we're going to fix it. Now I'm going to really load up the brush and laying it flat. I am going to fill in this little area right here. Again, this is going to enable me to really pack a punch with this shade and reach the level of opacity that I am personally aiming for with this particular look. Am I fully aware of the look? Nope. I want to know too, like, do you guys like color stories like this? What are your favorite types of color stories? Are you generally a more neutral person? Do you like more pinks and purples? Do you go more like bluey greeny? Are you somebody that, you kind of stay in your, like, your kind of realm, your comfort zone, if you will, and then occasionally like to play around with makeup? I'm curious. Next up, I think I'm going to go into fluff. Again, picking this up and then kind of keeping it a little bit more flat. And again, stamping and kind of pushing the product into place so that I am able to reach the level of pigment that I'm looking for. Whew, you guys, these are so incredibly pigmented and beautiful. Like, even just upon, like, just swatching them for the members only video, I was already blown away. I was like, holy crap. And it was just so inspiring to me. And that's one of the things that I really love, obviously, about makeup. I mean, I love makeup, all makeup. This looks insane right now. I promise it'll come together. Well, we're gonna trust the process. How about that? But that's one of the things that I love, specifically with palettes. I feel like we all kind of have our own, method of brows, of how we do our base, how we prep our skin, things like that. But I feel like a lot of us kind of are stuck in our ways, if you will, with specific things. And then eyeshadow and palettes and stuff like that, I feel like they really help to kind of get the creative juices flowing. And when I can look at a color story, look at a palette, just like when I filmed the members only video for this, automatically, you guys, I was inspired. And that to me is a pretty powerful thing. It's very indicative of, I'm gonna use the hell out of this palette, if you know what I'm saying. I'm tapping this off again, and now I'm gonna go over to, I don't think I'm gonna go Pretty Bird yet, because I'm gonna blend out with Pretty Bird, but it's tonally pretty similar to this. I'm gonna go into Feather Weather. We'll just kind of see what happens. And again, I'm kind of following that kind of natural roundness there. So yeah, as soon as I saw this and was swatching it, I already was like, oh, I want to do this with this and this. I want to add this with this. I want to do a look with the, and I love that. It's not all the time that, I kind of feel that way about a palette or like genuinely get super inspired by it. So this is doing that for me, y'all. I love the color story. And I like the mix of the matte to this to the shimmer to the shimmers because literally everything goes with everything. It's just, I'm having a good time with this so far, you guys. Now I'm going in with the pale, pale, pale pink. And on the very edge, again, I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to place down that very soft pastel pink. And you guys can see, like, I'm able to reach full, you know, pan color. Everything is starting to kind of blend out really beautifully and stuff like that. I do not feel like anything is looking muddy or patchy or anything yet. And with the other two looks, I also did not experience any of that. Like, y'all, I'm freaking blown away. And I honestly feel pretty bad that I haven't purchased anything yet, which, look, I ain't got all the money in the world, so, you know, I would love, obviously, to try as many indie brands as I could possibly try, but, you know, money. I'm also gonna go ahead and take this, even though I think I'll do a shimmer, I'm still gonna go ahead and put this up here, just for now, I think. Oh, yeah. I feel like this is going to be, it's going to be a favorite. It's going to be a favorite of mine for sure. I'm going to go in with a clean, fluffy brush. I'm going back into the pastel pink. And I just want to soften my edges. I don't mind a little bit of drama right here. Like, that's the purpose of the look that I'm kind of going for. But I still don't like super harsh edges, if that makes any sense. Oh yeah, that's pretty, you guys. Are you guys excited for fall time, or are you still like, hey, no, we're still in summer, let me enjoy my summer? I'd like to know. Y'all know that I am a fall babe through and through. I cannot freaking wait for fall time. Although I will say, I don't know if it has to do with, like, you know, losing some weight or just my age. But I'm a little more sensitive. Like, I noticed it last winter time. I'm a little more sensitive to the cold than I've ever been in my life, which is pretty strange. And I do have, like, low iron and stuff like that, but it was like, normally if it's 65 degrees outside, I'm like, oh yes, perfection. And like last year, 65 degrees to me, I was freezing, and I was like, what in the hell is going on with me and my body? But generally speaking, I love colder weather. Yeah, I'm good where I'm at now. I can go back in and kind of clean things up and stuff like that. I am going to grab one of my little beauty Q-tips. It has a blunt, rounded end and then a kind of pointy, sharp end. That's what I'm going to use to clean this up. And then I'm just going to kind of lift up a little bit and follow that natural line. And just clean it up some so you can hopefully see the difference here. This is also the time that if you were going to go through and do like a cut crease, you would kind of clean things up from there. If you wanted to go in and do some negative space, you could clean it up there, whatever the case may be. Obviously do what makes you feel like the best version of yourself. All right, I think I'm fine here. I would normally kind of clean this up a little bit more, but I'm gonna be putting pink underneath. I feel like I need to come up higher on this side. And this is the point in the makeup look prior to like kind of adding on, you know, my shimmers, the bells and the whistles, the whatever the case may be. But because I do have hooded lids, I kind of got to finagle my looks, I'm not gonna lie. And you know what, that's just fine. But in having hooded lids, sometimes things do not always look as even as I would like for them to look. So I'm gonna kind of look here in my mirror, kind of open and close my eyes. I'm kind of looking, you know, on my phone to kind of see how things are looking. Now from here, I'm gonna go into an actual liner brush. And because these are pretty pigmented, I don't think I need to wet this. So I'm not going to wet it. And I'm just going to clean this up. And just make it a little sharper. You do not have to do this. Like I said, you know, do whatever makes you feel like the best version of yourself. Now I'm going to go into my Gourmande Girls Glitter Glue. I did purchase this myself, but I have an affiliated code with her. It is Riri 10 for 10% off. And this is my all-time favorite glitter primer because of the texture of it. You can see it's very serum-like. It's very thin, which I love. And it's tacky without being too sticky or gloopy. And it does not disrupt the mats from underneath it. And there's also, you know, even with like some of my other favorite ones that I've used in the past, sometimes certain types of shades do not kind of go on top really well. And it kind of makes them get a little gloopy and like chunky and stuff like that. I cannot speak today, y'all. But this does not do that. Going in just with my fingers into BB. Oh, it's so incredibly beautiful. And if you do have longer nails and or you just don't have a preference to use, you know, your fingers, which I use my fingers because I get the most bang for my buck. It's just easier. It's more impactful in my opinion. But if you do have longer nails or that is not your preference, you can go in with a silicone applicator, an old school eyeshadow sponge. You can wet your brush, whatever the case may be. Oh my gosh, you got, and this is like a dazzling night sky. It is insanely gorgeous. I'm also gonna take just my pinky. I'll kind of touch this up a little bit up here too. I'm gonna take just my pinky and put this towards the brow bone. Ooh, yes. And then I want to go into, I kind of want to do this one also. Let me do the Beso Pluma and just kind of see what happens. Oh, that's so beautiful. It's a stunning raspberry shade. It's got like that really pretty like UV purple in there. It's absolutely gorgeous, you guys. Oh yeah, that's so pretty together. I like when I feel like, you know, the idea I had is actually happening and I'm starting to like the look. Again, you know, some makeup looks are just a go with the flow and trust the process type of thing. And I know sometimes it's hard to do that. Sometimes it's hard to be like, oh, you know what? We're just gonna let it be what it is. I do actually want to go into the Pretty in Pink just with my fingers and put a tiny bit like right here. I don't know if that'll take away. It might. And I kind of feel like it did. Oh well. Ooh, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Oh, sorry for flicking y'all off. Ooh, okay, that is gorgeous. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, now I am gonna go back into this brush, tap it off a little bit, the more smudger type brush, and I do wanna go in here and try to pick some of this up on the brush. We'll see what happens. Because I lost it, I do want to add a little bit out here. Oh yeah, that worked beautifully. Ooh, yes. Ooh, and speaking of fall, do you guys have any actual like fall plans? Any kind of birthdays or anything like that? I am curious. We have so much that happens in like the fall and winter months. Of course, you know, Halloween, which I love. And then, you know, the actual holidays and stuff like that. But there are a lot of birthdays in our family, to include my son's birthday. His birthday is in December. So there's a lot that kind of happens during the holiday season. And then Brett and I, you know, obviously, you know, we're empty nesters and stuff now. We love y'all to pick up a freaking pack of hot dogs. Y'all just bear with me, stay with me, okay? We pick up a pack of hot dogs or two. And then we have like a little like mini fire pit thing out there, and we buy wood and stuff for the winter time. And y'all, literally, we will pitch a tent in our backyard. And then we will do a fire in the little fire pit and stuff like that, and we will roast hot dogs and stuff just by our damn selves. And then we have a karaoke machine, which his aunt and uncle gifted to us, which I absolutely am so grateful for. I love singing, I love music, and it's just fun. It's fun even if it's just he and I. And, you know, we light the fire and stuff like that. We sing and just have a good time. And then it's so freaking cool and amazing outside. And obviously, you know, I love that aspect of fall and, you know, wintertime weather. And then when you're in, you know, the tent and you got the air mattresses and stuff, and you know, it's like cold outside, but then obviously warm in the tent. And then we have this amazing blanket. It's linked in my Amazon storefront. Y'all, it is the best blanket I've ever tried, ever. And we've had it now, I want to say 4 years. But I'm telling you, especially, and obviously North Carolina, it doesn't get crazy cold. Okay, but I'm telling you, it has been cold outside, and we will cover it with that blanket. And I'm telling you, if you're looking for a blanket, specifically if you are in very, very cold climates, y'all, I do not think it gets better than this particular blanket. It is phenomenal. It's excellent quality and everything. So I'm gonna link that for y'all. And I know I'm not always, you know, most people probably don't even know I have an Amazon storefront, but it's that damn good. All right, I kind of want a little bit more. Again, this is going to be a little bit more dramatic. So I think I am going to go in with my little sponge here. I know this kind of looks crazy. Maybe you can't tell it's a sponge, but it is a sponge, not an actual brush. And it picks up like kind of more flaky type shimmers and stuff really, really well. So I kind of want to use this because I really want this to pop. Oh wow, oh wow, 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 wow. Sorry about that, y'all. My son called. All right, but yeah, we like to just do karaoke, do the, you know, the fire pit and stuff like that. Maybe have a couple cold ones if we are so inclined, and, you know, just roast the hot dogs and sing and listen to music and stuff like that. And then at the end of the night, getting in that freaking tent, y'all, and it's nice and cool and cozy outside, and then nice and warm on the inside. Oh, I love this freaking look. I know it still probably does not look the best to you guys, but y'all, it looks amazing. All right, I'm gonna finish up the rest of the face. I'll come back, I'll get up close and show you guys what it looks like, and then I'll show you the other two looks. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all so, so much. I'm on the road this year to 10,000 subscribers, and I can only do it with your help. So if you do see this and you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and give the video a thumbs up. You can also tap your notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you really want to help me out, there's the hype button down there that they're rolling out as a new feature. It really does help me so much. There's also a join button down below that you can click to become a channel member for some exclusive perks. I love you all. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful.